Now we turn up the heat with a little segment we call Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
Oh, great.
Dave, you're a friend of the podcast. We all look up to you, but now it's time to turn up the heat. This is less of a free-flow conversation and more of an interrogation. So
I like it.
I'm sorry that we're going to have to be hard on you, but just to answer the questions.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
You're
Justin,
Bad cop, bad
you're on the
cop.
interrogation. You could see we've changed our screens for an interrogation room.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You could do that.
Justin, tear into him.
Got it. Dave, what's the best thing about being from Long Island? All the mullets and complaints about the taxes?
Well, I mean, there's, I'll just say this right now is that knowing someone who might know someone who had sex with someone who can lay a marble floor is important. All right. This is tougher than I thought, guys.
Next question.
I'm starting to sweat.
Dave,
Yeah?
you're our favorite comic. What's your favorite thing about the road? Taking a picture with a drunk lady who doesn't know how to work her own phone, or truck stop hand jobs? What do you like better?
Well, first of all, both of them usually come with a thank you. But I think you got me on that one, officer. I'd have to say that at least the hand job ends, you know?
Right.
There's the drunk picture with this, oh, I didn't have it. Oh, no, it's not with,
Take it higher. I get it.
Do you think some people do that on purpose while another person takes a video of it?
Yeah, I thought that originally, that it was like they're trying to test your patience.
Right.
Yeah.
It's conspiracy.
You slip out.
Interesting. Now, I don't know which cop said that, but let me ask you this, guys, since you both are bad cops.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll allow it. We understand that you're trying to turn the interrogation back on us.
But I thought that I thought that I, of course, as the suspect, should have a goatee. Don't you think?
Well, that would mean you're immediately guilty
Oh, okay, sorry.
of bad fashion.
But I'd like to wear something too. What is that?
Oh,
Maybe. Well,
Oh, that's going to cut into the next show.
no, it's okay.
no.
It's okay.
He's going mustache on mustache.
No, but he could sort of put it on the bottom and make a goatee on
That's
the bottom.
cool.
Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you.
If that's what you want, that's what you get. Is that going to make you... I think it's
Okay.
great.
Is that
I think,
bad?
All right.
I think it looks great.
Third question. And
Perfect.
he requests...
I don't know, brother. I'm just a hippie man. I'm a soul
Justin,
blues man.
take him down with his new facial hair.
Dave, you watch a lot of porn.
Yeah.
You had a show called Dave's Old Porn.
Yes.
How many mausoleums would it take for you to be buried with your entire porn collection?
Wow. That's a really. Can I tell you how many tapes? Over
ahead.
300.
300.
Biggest retro collection this side of the Mississippi.
Wow.
And it was really bittersweet getting rid of all of it when I moved. I really
Modi
did.
didn't make a table out of it?
No, we didn't do any of that.
Table enough for the Last
Put
Supper?
it in a box, left it in front of a school. Go ahead.
Dave, let me just piggyback off that question. What's your
Sure.
favorite decade of porn?
Oh, I'd say the 70s.
Really?
Yes.
Before
very good.
razors?
Before all of it. Before razors, before the web, before any of that stuff. It's
When you
just the
needed a
best
machete to find it,
stuff. It
huh?
was really good.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It's harder wearing these than I remember.
Put it on your nose.
Okay, there we go.
Next question.
Go ahead.
Dave, you watch a lot of porn. Why is there no national anthem at the beginning of porn? And if there was one, would you take a knee?
That's a great question.
Thank you, Dave. Please be
Well,
be
first
honest.
of all, no one knows the Ukrainian national anthem. No one knows the Croatian anthem. But with international porn the way it is, I don't know. What would you do? Would you make it more of a Olympic kind of?
Well, I'll tell you what they do in boxing. It's like if they're having two foreign fighters in the United States, they do everybody's anthem.
oh wow.
Is there not time for that in porn, or
I
are we
don't
getting
think so.
the way of a blowjob?
No, people are watching on their phones. They're busy. Go ahead.
Next question.
They can't all be gems.
Go ahead again.
Dave.
Yes. I like how I have the mustache. This is definitely the evil mustache.
That is. 'cause
Me and Justin have the evil ones. You have
Yeah.
the more, yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
both Jews. What a shock. Dave.
Do you think from now on that Jews should have to wear fake mustaches?
I think so. If the Beastie Boys have taught us anything.
Don't let the president get that in his head. Good.
Dave.
Yes.
You have a lot of midget jokes.
Yes.
Don't you think career-wise that's a little short-sighted? Why do you have a tiny chip on your shoulder? And are you worried that little people will protest and you won't see them?
Well, first of all, I did do a lot of jokes about little people.
Right.
And of course, as I said while I was doing those jokes, that I only would do it after the harvest or during the equinox when they were at their lowest power. So, I know people were afraid. People were afraid I was going to upset the something. These are great questions.
These are good ones.
Wow.
We have a good...
you kind of like lulled me into a false sense of security after everyone plugs their dates.
Yeah, we put you...
Dave, Mike, keep nailing them.
All right, let's go. We're on. We have momentum now.
Go ahead.
Dave.
This is more order than law, guys.
What's the best thing about when you started to headline? What? Fighting the checks they dropped 23 minutes in, or listening to the feature tell you he's a headliner 4 days in a row? What's better? What's sweeter for you when you first started headlining?
I always enjoyed watching the middle lie to his girlfriend over the phone. It's like, I can't help it. I mean, I got to go to the gig, but I thought you were going to take me to. All right. I'd say the check spot, which people don't know.
On.
People don't even know.
People don't know that's too inside baseball. It's like,
because you know what? There's no check spot in Twitter. There's no
that's
check spot on Snapchat.
That's true.
Yeah. I love a club that does it at the end of the show.
There's very few and far between.
Respectful thing. At this point, can't you just request it, Dave?
Well, Dave can now, yeah.
No, but
I'm
part of the team. I'm part of the team.
You really are, Romer. You are.
But you know what? The one thing we all do, and we all do it wrong, is like, oh, the check spot's here, so let's just get dirtier. And it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Well, am I missing something, or can the clubs just hire a bouncer and put him at the door and hand stamp your checks? What is there a lot of extra money in doing it, or what is it that why don't clubs do it? I mean, you could sell more drinks actually too. It's more money for them.
Yeah. Well, how about the other thing of just like now you're exhausted. It's like that whatever in the marathon, that 20. What's that mile where you hit the wall?
The 22.
Yeah, the 22 mile. But imagine instead of hitting a wall, you hit a wall of people trying to put things on their Amex. Can you split that up with 10 cards here, please? It's just sad.
Do you crowd work them, Dave, or do you get angry and fire jokes at them?
I think I've done all of that things, but I think that's the time to hit them with the merch sale, going like, hey, you got your cards out?
Right.
Why don't you buy a nice T-shirt or a mug?
That's great.
Mugs. Like, how much would an item like this go for?
That's $10. Justin, use your Judaism. Is it
Shannon,
more than
how much
10?
is it? How much is it? 14?
It's 12 or 14. I'll look it up.
I think it's $14. What do you think? 10. Come on. If a Jew is your partner.
That's
10.
right.
That's all the,
We're making money.
The other podcast.
We're making money.
Okay, one more.
Dave,
one more.
We have about 4 more. Dave.
Okay.
You've been kind enough.
I'll leave 4 more.
Okay. Dave, this is the check spot.
Dave,
I'm sweating
Dave, this
already.
is the check spot of the podcast.
That's
pretty
pretty
comfortable.
It really is.
Thank you. Shannon didn't think
I wonder why people don't come back on the podcast. Go ahead.
Dave.
Yeah.
You've been kind enough to bring both of us on the road.
Yes.
Why do you bring the staff candy at every club? To promote diabetes across the country?
No, I bring it because back in the day I would buy them all shots, and now in today's world, of course, I don't drink anymore, so I figured candy would be good. So what do you?
And
think
now you moved to fruit.
Now I'm going to start bringing fruit.
Wow.
Then eventually I'm just going to train them all.
What if you just bring them neutral acronyms? How about that coming in?
I like the idea of, of course, there's the one town where it's like, oh, don't you know what they do to the water? And you're like, oh, God, it's just candy. I didn't know. I walked in the middle of a fatwa here.
So it's not a thing where you're a pro-diabetes comic? You're the one guy pro-childhood diabetes.
Well, I don't know if either one of you ever worked in a restaurant. Maybe you didn't, all right? But, sometimes you need a little energy to keep going through the shift, all right?
Yeah.
And let's face it, Hershey's doesn't sell Coke. So what am I supposed to do?
And your Coke days are over, Dave.
Exactly. I'm throwing the mustache back on the table.
Okay. He's put his mustache on the table.
That's fine.
I think it's time to go in. He's
yeah, you got me. I'm weak.
Good. We got you on the ropes. Dave.
Yeah.
You drink iced coffee through a straw.
Yes.
Do you use a paper straw or do you enjoy strangling turtles?
That is it.
Do you use a special straw that kills the pelicans?
First of all, a paper straw doesn't work. Am I right?
Right.
It just doesn't work, much like our government. I mean, you can keep sucking and sucking and sucking. You're not going to get any. You're not going to get any change. But I do use a.
I noticed the straw that you're using right now. It's a big green bird killer.
Right. Well, have you had a friend who gave you a metal straw? Anybody?
No.
I have
Here's a
them in the
nice
house.
metal straw, which is good because I'm waiting for the first homicide with a metal straw. He sharpened the end of his straw.
Is that plastic straw green to like mock the turtles?
Well,
Is that what it is?
I don't know what to tell you
It's
guys.
like, haha, you thought it was seaweed.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to say I'm going to keep going with the straw. I'm just going to keep doing it.
You're
all
gonna.
right?
You're gonna.
I won't throw it in the water, though. I won't do it.
No.
I'll just, of course, you know.
But at least instead of texting, you brought a pencil, so it evens
Thank
it all
you.
out, Dave.
All right. Well, there you go. Any other attacks on my being that you guys want to do?
Next question. He's getting worn down.
I am
Joseph.
really warm. I'm a little, yeah.
He's getting worn down.
2 more, Dave.
Go ahead.
You're doing
my
great.
God.
Dave,
Wait, you're not making these up?
you are a you are a smoker.
Yeah.
Why not vaping? Is it because no one knows what vaping is and you're afraid you would be inhaling the souls of dead smokers?
Well, that's really a 2-part question.
Yeah.
First of all, if the delegates had to go through this, we wouldn't have so many choices. I smoke classic cigarettes, guys.
American spirits.
And I know the vaping is cool, but I think the jury's still out on what exactly it does. Now,
Okay.
I don't know. I think Shannon, am I saying her name right?
Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon, as an expert on ghosts, that there is something about vaping that I think attracts the spirit world.
Right.
That's true.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Exactly.
Is it
Something
the
else.
souls?
Go ahead. And I don't think the flavored vaping is the way to go.
No, because
do you
it's
think?
connected to Twitter. I think this technology is going to be all-consuming after a while. Last question, Dave.
Well, hold on a second.
Yes.
Let's say you're in a vaping relationship.
Right.
And you break up, and now the smell of banana rum butterscotch always makes you sad. And now the smell of guava, unicorn, pussy.
One more.
Go ahead.
Dave,
Yeah?
you have a new show called Bumping Mics.
I'm going to use my nautical guy.
How
It's
much-
true.
How much does Jeff Ross weigh? Because I know you have to carry him.
First of all, Jeff is a
Jeff
big
is
man.
great. Jeff is great.
Jeff's a
That was
big
just
man.
a joke.
Jeff's a big man.
Yes.
And he's been trying very, very hard to eat better on the road.
Okay.
Okay. And I, of course, am the devil's advocate. I'm like, come on, you can have just one of these. But the problem is, anything you eat with Jeff, he's probably already eaten it that day.
Right.
So it's really kind of hard. We have to find stuff.
Why don't you get him on your regimen of no eating during the day and then pig out at night?
He doesn't. He does that too. We're into eating after the show,
Right.
But he eats before the show, and he's always like, "I gotta eat." And
think-
he's another guy who, like, I'll give him credit. Like, he's an airport eater. Like, he really likes a big meal at the airport. I don't
Really?
like that.
No.
I don't like it at all.
Maybe if he started chain smoking?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, if he could smoke at least 1 pack a day, that would at least cut out 2 meals.
He eats even before the 5 a.m. flight, which we've all had to go through.
Yeah, he really is into it.
Oh my God.
You know what it is? I think it's whatchamacallit. You know, he loves food,
Right.
and he likes a lot of different types of food. I really only eat like 5 things.
Right.
Yeah.
And not fish.
I don't eat fish. I like a nice turkey club. Do you want to go through them? Turkey club.
Yeah.
Of course, anything in the burger family is good. I eat club food, mozzarella sticks.
Right.
I think, Mike. What do you probably call that?
No, you're
something?
a true club comic.
Like if I
Eating
came
nothing-
over to your house when you were a boy, would your mom have mozzarella sticks for all of us?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been Bad Cop, everybody.
Wow, what a grilling.
All right, Dave, you killed it on Bad Cop Back.